This week, we're taking a detour from our New Jersey travels and heading into the heart of Philadelphia. Before this life on the road, I was a tour guide. So today, we are just visiting Philly. We're exploring it through a guide's eye. From iconic landmarks to stories that shape America, come with us as we walk through history in the city of brotherly love.
In Jersey fashion, we're getting the best bagels here at Victoria's in Mount Laurel. And Sharon got the French toast bagel.
It's really sloppy though. I'm gonna be covered in white powder for like the whole day. But the French toast bagels are just out of this world. And bagels here, just in general in New Jersey, are like amazing. There's something different about bagels here than in different parts of the country. Oh, I haven't had one in a long time. I definitely don't need the powdered sugar on it though. They can skip that part.
Yeah, they used to make it with more of a glaze, but now it has powdered sugar, which is fine. It's French toast tradition, so they both work.
Oh, it's so good though. Oh my God.
And I got the everything bagel toasted with cream cheese.
I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah, once you have a bagel anywhere else, I mean, New York has the best, but Jersey is a close second.
And also, we have egg bagels, which is funny because we've asked for egg bagels in other parts of the country and nobody knows what they are. Let us know in the comments if you know what an egg bagel is. Okay. So today, we are gonna go to Philly. We're gonna go on the train. I actually have a doctor's appointment, but we're also gonna show you around the city. Philly is where we it's like our hometown. Not very far from where we lived. We just take the train, hop over to Philly. It takes about 25 minutes at the most, and we're at Woodcrest Station. It's really simple. The tickets are $6 round trip, and it's just super simple and easy. If you go to pay for parking in Philly, it's anywhere between $20 and $25, and you have to find the parking too. So this is just way more convenient.
And it's relaxing. You sit on the train, enjoy your ride into Philly. No traffic. It's nice.
So we got off the train. The best place to get off if you want to go see Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, Betsy Ross house, any of that stuff, is 8th and Market. There's a lot of other things you could do on the other stops, but this is where the main part of everything is. And like I said, it's very convenient. You get off the train, 8th and Market, it's about a 5-minute walk, less than that, to the Liberty Bell. So definitely, if you're coming to this area, go to New Jersey, go to Woodcrest Station, and get off at 8th and Market.
Today my wife's taking me on a Philly tour, and this is awesome. First stop is the Liberty Bell. The Eagles lost yesterday to the Cowboys, so it's not a good start.
Independence Hall.
The Liberty Bell was really awesome, and it's free.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that. Now we're going over to Independence Hall. We'll show it to you, but unfortunately we can't go in. It's not open until February for construction.
250th.
But I'm gonna explain to you over there how to get tickets for it.
So before you go into the government buildings, including the Liberty Bell, you have to do a security screening. Just remove your jacket, put your valuables and stuff in your pockets, close them up.
Don't bring your pocket knife or mace with you, because they will take them.
And obviously no firearms.
So yes, I was right about the Independence Hall being closed, but we can go to the Constitution Hall. So we're gonna go check that out and show you.
Original chair for Speaker of the House from the 1790s. A little bit different back then. And the Speaker of the House was from New Jersey, Mr. Dayton from New Jersey, the original Speaker of the House in the 1790s. Things are crazy now. Congress got pretty crazy back in the 1700s.
Okay, so I found out for you guys. It's not gonna be open until February. They are gonna do time tickets again, but the tickets are only $1. We'll leave the link where you get the tickets at. It's just to reserve your spot, but they are gonna try something new, and they're gonna do from 9 to 10 where they have open, so anybody could just come. It's probably gonna be really crowded, but I would definitely suggest just getting them $1 tickets. So Ben Franklin actually founded the library system in Philly, and this is one of them, and he is actually known to be haunting this place, so it's pretty cool.
Second Bank of the United States.
Yeah. Now it's actually a picture gallery or a portrait gallery. So, and you could go in, it's free. It's actually really cool. I think we're gonna skip it. I do have a doctor's appointment really soon, so I'm trying to show Joe things pretty fast so we could get to our doctors.
But I am impressed with Philly so far from my wifey tour guide.
So now we are at Carpenter's Hall. It sounds weird to be going into a Carpenter's Hall when you're talking about historical things, but the reason why they would meet here, it was the First Continental Congress that would meet here. They met here to avoid the king, because if they knew they were meeting to overturn his power, they would have all been arrested or killed. So they would meet here and secretly, where it was an actual Carpenter's Hall, and have their meetings. There are the original chairs that were here when they would come in here. So we'll go check out the chairs. Womp womp. We found out it's closed on Mondays, but definitely if you come here, go check out them chairs. They're really cool and they are original, so pretty cool place.
Original cobblestone.
Ben Franklin's privy was, which is Another word for bathroom. His house used to be here, but his printing press and his post office was not here. He wanted it here all along, but it was never able to until he died, and then they moved it here.
Quite literally, this is the same type of paper they would make US currency out of. Now this stuff is so sticky, it's not gonna like slide off the tray. You'll see it's almost like molasses, and it's very sticky. You spread it out a bit, because we don't want one big clump on our declaration. And from here, this is why we call them ink beaters. Much like dyeing a fabric. All right, pull down the frisket. The frisket, you'll notice on this side, really clean. You pull it down on this side, covered in ink. Because when I apply ink to this, I do so indiscriminately. I'm all over this, trying to make sure every letter gets a little bit of that ink, which means you kind of end up with it on the outside. So this is protecting the margins, making sure that we don't get ink where we don't want it to go. Fold it together. Wheel it in about halfway. And from here, it's a series of simple machines. I'm gonna pull a lever, turns a screw, which forces the block to go down, pushing everything together. There's one. Do one more.
Oh.
All right. There we have our Declaration of Independence.
Oh, that's awesome. To mention, there's also a museum here, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of records of what Ben Franklin he took track of every single thing he did, even how much he had to drink. And believe me, it's a lot. He was a big drinker. Anyway, it's back here. It's a National Park Museum. It does cost money even with your park pass, so just know that, but it is a really cool museum. I definitely highly recommend it. If we had more time, we would definitely check it out. But like I said, we're limited on time today. We are currently at Elfreth'sAlley, which is the oldest street in America that people still live on today. And this is where they would have all the stores for trade and everything, because it was so close to the river, so they would just get right out here and go into their shops that they needed, the blacksmith shop and all that. And that was all down here. Okay, so this is Ben Franklin's statue. It was actually made, well, kids helped make it by donating keys. And all these keys were donated, and they're all keys inside. You can see, they're all keys. Also, the reason why it's in front of a firehouse is because Ben Franklin actually started the first firehouse company, and we could thank Ben Franklin for that. So pretty cool. He gave us fire houses, and he also gave us libraries. 2 things that we still use today. There's 1,000 keys on that statue.
And now we're walking along the outside of the Philadelphia Mint, and I'm excited to get a commemorative coin. Let's see what they have, because I love silver and I love silver coins. So we're gonna go check this out. A little construction, but it's open.
So this eagle, his name is Peter. He used to actually fly here, and now he's their mascot. They actually taxidermied him, and this is the original eagle that used to live in the Mint. Pretty cool, because it kind of like goes with our country mascot. So awesome.
So yeah, the US Mint is awesome. Unfortunately, no photography or videography inside the building, but lots of cool stuff to see in there.
So this is where Ben Franklin was buried. A lot of people throw a penny on it because of his saying, "A penny saved is a penny earned," which actually never really made sense, because if you're throwing a penny away on a grave, you're wasting a penny. I don't know. It's so cool though.
However, they do not mint pennies any longer, so yeah, I guess you can't do that anymore.
There is pennies though on it. Can take a tour of this cemetery, but it does cost money. But you could see the Ben Franklin cemetery or grave right from the street, so you don't have to pay to see his grave. Across the street from the visitor center, the back of the visitor center, is the National Constitution Center. It's actually where they talk about the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, and they have replicas of all the presidents in there and their actual sizes of how tall they were. Some of the older ones were really short, so that was pretty interesting. It's really cool, but it does cost some money. We're not going to go there today, but I definitely recommend it when you're in Philly. So we are going to the visitor center. Don't pass this up. They actually do have a really cool movie in there, and they have some cool, interesting things to see. And I would come here and check it out. Ask any questions you have about the city, because they're very knowledgeable in there. If you are driving, they do have a parking garage here at the visitor center, so this would be a great place to start.
Well, I gotta say I really enjoyed my Philly tour with my wifey today, and she really does know her Philly history. It's an awesome city, a historical city for sure, birthplace of our nation. That's it for our time in Philadelphia. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments what city we should explore next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you down the road.